It's an honor and pleasure to introduce myself as your humble host of the third annual Intact America's Foreskin Day. My name is Martin Morrow. I'm a comedian who's performed all over the world, an actor who's been on television that you've probably seen right here in the great United States, and an intact dude who's talking to you right now. Now, I've been intact since I was a baby, maybe even before, and I've learned so much in my journey as someone with an uncut gem. Number one, it's your body, okay? So whatever you choose to do and whatever you choose to feel, that's completely up to you. Number two, keep it clean, all right? That goes for every form of genitalia, all right? So if you have meat that needs to be consumed or cabbage that needs to be cleansed, you gotta keep it clean. Number three, being intact is cool. It's sensational and beautiful, all right? Embrace the beauty of your hoodie. And welcome one and all to the Uncut Club. Now, we've got an incredible show lined up for you tonight, so stay tuned and be sure to stick around until the end, because we have a very special treat when Intact America's Executive Director, Georgianne Chapin, gives us the lowdown on how this crazy little business of circumcision began. Plus, don't miss a very major, huge announcement about Intact America's upcoming exclusive event in New York City, honoring the one and only Alan Cumming for his steadfast support of keeping baby boys intact. Now, I have a very special treat for you. So get ready, get that pro foreskin energy up, all right, and flowing to set the tone for tonight's event. Welcome to the Uncut Club. No snips, just sips, and a bottle of bub. From Mario Lopez to Alan Cumming, let's keep those nerve ends running. Oh, welcome to the Uncut Club. Yeah! Welcome to the Uncut Club, where it feels a lot better to get that chub. Gerard Butler said it's an amazing thing, and when you got an extra crown, you're even more of a king. So welcome to the Uncut. Welcome to the Uncut. So welcome to the Uncut Club. Yeah! Happy Foreskin Day, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. No, really, hold your applause. Hold me. I need a hug. I really hope you guys enjoyed that little ode to the glory of foreskin. I mean, who doesn't appreciate a tribute to all the intact penises out there, huh? Now, if there's something that's not your vibe, then this might not be the show for you, okay? You stumbled into the wrong place, my friend. Now, as much of today is about celebrating our wondrous foreskin, there's more to uncover in our next segment. You see, while we were singing our uncut anthem, we were just touching the surface of what the intact penises have to offer. And just like with foreskin, you know there's always more to discover underneath the sheath. We're about to dive into a whole new world where foreskin isn't just something to celebrate, it's super. Now, I'd like to introduce the Foreskin Justice League, a squad of uncut heroes using their foreskin powers to save the world one intact penis at a time.
Your penis is a hero. But hey, you already knew that. And every great hero needs a suit of armor. Whether it's real-life heroes, comic book heroes, or crazy anime mecha heroes. When it comes to your penis, nature has its own superhero armor, the foreskin. That's right, the foreskin. While it might seem like an ordinary, mild-mannered part of the male anatomy, the foreskin has superpowers that keep your penis healthy and safe, including moisturizing power to protect the end of the penis against drying out, keeping it soft, moist, and preserving sensitivity. Super shielding to protect your penis against wind, sea, sand, and chafing, whether you're in boxers, briefs, or going commando. Thermal insulation to keep your penis warm in the face of shrinkage-inducing cold. Then, when it's time to relax after a hard day of saving the world, simply slide back your hero's mask to reveal their secret identity. Because while the foreskin can't make your penis fly, it can help it glide with natural lubricants that keep things sensitive and smooth. Like all heroes, the foreskin comes in various shapes and sizes. But don't worry, having an intact foreskin doesn't make you a mutant. In fact, 80% of the world's men have intact foreskins. which makes your hero part of an international super team. So, if your penis has a foreskin, that's great. You're ready for action. And if you're responsible for somebody else's penis, make sure your little hero's little hero stays protected with their foreskin intact. And even if you don't have a foreskin yourself, you can still be a hero by spreading the word about how foreskins are natural and beneficial for men's health. For more information on foreskins and the movement to protect them, visit intactamerica.org. That's intactamerica.org.
Well, who knew foreskin had such superpowers, right? It's out there fighting off friction, keeping things smooth and supple, and protecting your vulnerable parts like a true cape-wearing hero champion. Forget Batman, forget Spider-Man, skeet. Foreskin's been saving the day long before spandex. So, next time you think about superheroes, just remember, some superheroes don't wear cape. They wear, well, skin. Now, in a world where protection matters most, there's one thing that stands as the first line of defense. The foreskin. Duh, that's why we're doing a whole thing about it. A natural guardian designed to shield and protect, keeping what's important safe. But even the strongest line of defense needs some backup. And that's where One Condoms comes in. It's your ultimate ally in safeguarding against the unexpected. Now, just like the foreskin, the right condom fit is essential. And together, they form an unbreakable line of defense for comfort, security, and protection. This Foreskin Day, we've teamed up with One Condoms to celebrate this powerful partnership. My One Custom Fit by One Condoms offers 52 different sizes because when it comes to comfort, fit, and safety, Foreskin and One Condoms are a team you can trust. Now, One Condoms is playing an important role in saving the day for foreskins everywhere.
How to with a foreskin, taught by Cosmo, the custom-fit condom superhero, and Intact America's Foreskin Justice League. First and foremost, let's define foreskin for our friends and followers.
Why, of course. A foreskin is a double-layered, retractable sheath of tissue with countless nerve endings that increase pleasure and sensitivity.
How magical. Now tell me, what do I need to know before playing with my foreskin-blessed partner?
You're already off to a great start. The most important thing about playing with or without a foreskin is communication. Every foreskin is unique, just like its lucky owner. Some people want the foreskin fully retracted during sex. Others prefer the back and forth gliding motion, and some prefer to keep it up. Ask your partner what they enjoy before getting down and dirty.
How fun. So many ways to play.
The fun is truly endless as long as you are gentle. The increased sensitivity of an intact penis can be euphoric, but if your partner is not careful, it can be painful.
Be communicative and gentle. I got that covered. Now tell me, what's the inside scoop on how to truly please a foreskin?
You've come to the right place. Here's what feels good for our friends with foreskins. The majority of pleasure comes by gently retracting and returning the foreskin over the head of the penis. Start slowly and let the penis do its thing. For a lot of people with foreskins, the penis will self-lubricate with pre-ejaculate when they're excited. The added lubrication helps the foreskin glide easier, reduce friction, and increase pleasure.
Oh, whoa, I got something. Got something?
Go for it, friend.
The foreskin's movement during sex is why condom fit is extra important for intact penises. A condom that is too snug will constrict the natural glide of the foreskin and reduce pleasure. If a condom is too loose, it can get tangled up in the foreskin and cause discomfort or even lead to breakage. Find the perfect fit for your foreskin at onecondoms.com/myone. Thanks for learning with Cosmo and the Intact team. We'd love for you to join us on April 4th to celebrate National Foreskin Day.
Wow, who knew there was so much to learn about when it comes to condom wearing for those with intact penises? A massive thank you to One Condoms for being such awesome champions of foreskin. We love their support and commitment to spreading the word. Now it's my pleasure to introduce a very special guest, Dylan Tuba Jones, who's hit the streets of New York City to find out just how much the folks out here really know about foreskin. Let's see what he discovered.
No, whoa. I'm here in New York City asking people how they're going to celebrate Foreskin Day. Are any of y'all celebrating Foreskin Day? Hey, how y'all celebrating Foreskin Day?
What is that day?
It's April 4th. It's only like the best holiday of the year. How are you celebrating Foreskin Day?
Well,
How are you guys celebrating Foreskin Day?
What's Foreskids Day?
How are you going to celebrate Foreskin Day?
Oh, I don't know. Like, I'm a monk, so I don't really celebrate that, I guess.
Matt, you're a monk? Over here? Oh, check that out. That's awesome. We'll take your word for it. We got to do things, but thank you so much, man. April 4th, you going to do anything?
Celebrate my birthday.
Your birthday's April 4th?
Oh, second.
It's kind of like having a birthday 2 days before Christmas, you know?
I guess so, yeah. Foreskin Day. It's Christmas.
Yeah. Is anyone here celebrating it? Am I all alone? This can't be. You can look around here and find people of any creed or cut, and I'm sure someone's going to be celebrating Foreskin Day, so let's check them out. When you think of foreskin, what words come to mind?
Like forehead skin.
I'm thinking about the one that's downstairs, the most sensitive part on the male body.
Okay, I gotcha. I didn't know that existed. If I did, I would have planned ahead.
What skin?
It's the most sensitive part of the male body.
Oh, is that like a white holiday? Like a white people holiday?
It's an everybody holiday. Yeah, I mean, white people do celebrate it.
I'm going to celebrate by celebrating all the men that have foreskin.
When you think of foreskin, what are some words that come to mind?
Jewish.
Jewish? They don't have it. They get
Exactly. Yeah, that's what comes to my mind.
So reverse psychology.
Yeah.
How about you? What words come to mind when you think of foreskin?
Earthworm.
Any other words come to mind? You ever had to deal with that in your adventures?
No.
That's all good. It's not that common in America. But if you're with a European dude, you might run into that.
We doing on April 4th. We sipping and we smoking, baby. Yeah. I'm definitely smoke and take a chela like the Mexicans say.
I'm going to be sipping cocktails. I'm going to be smoking a long one. You know what I'm saying? Be watching Intact America's live stream. Everyone's welcome at Foreskin Day. And let me tell you, brother, it gets crazy.
All right, I'll be there.
Hell yeah.
Find out about this holiday.
How did I find out about it? It's just my favorite holiday of the year. I wake up, I'm just stoked, and I'm surprised there's not like a parade.
If the vibes are good, we'll come.
The vibes will be great.
You gotta make it big. You gotta lock in.
I need you to help. I'm trying to spread the word. I'm trying to lock you in. What's going on here?
This is our giraffe Wash. Do you guys like him?
Love him. Wash right here is what we in the biz call a long neck. He looks like someone who's celebrating Foreskin Day. How are you celebrating Foreskin Day?
I don't know. April 4th, Washington Square Park, celebrating Foreskin Day. Here with a big sign. We're like, let's celebrate.
With free hugs, you gotta get a poster, Foreskin Day.
He's got a turtleneck. People call foreskin the turtleneck.
What?
How are you celebrating Foreskin Day?
Hanging out with the giraffe. If the giraffe got some foreskin, of course I'm gonna hang out with the giraffe.
What words come to mind when you think of foreskin?
I think of Wash now. Big, fun, juicy, a surprise. A good surprise, because those are always good surprises. You never know. It's like, peekaboo!
You're not afraid?
Oh, of course not. It's a challenge.
You seem like someone who could step up to a challenge.
Oh, trust. I can.
Shout out to Wash. We love you, Wash. Anything to say? Wash is freaky, y'all. That's incredible. I'm sorry. I'm not clipping that. I'm sorry.
Happy Foreskin Day, man.
Happy Foreskin Day.
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 Happy Foreskin, guys.
And Foreskin Day.
Foreskin Day.
Have a happy Foreskin Day. Stay safe.
Sure, there might not be a float yet, but as you can see, tons of people here are celebrating Foreskin Day. So that's how it goes down in New York. How's it going down in your town? Let me know in the chat, in the comments, and once again, happy Foreskin Day. Yeah.
Big thanks to Dylan for that hilarious peek into the minds of those who've never given foreskin a second thought, or those who've probably thought about it a lot more than they should. All right, everyone. I hope you've been paying attention, because it's time for some foreskin-tastic trivia with a little twist to celebrate this year's theme. So get ready to put your knowledge to the test. Drop your answers in the comments, and let's get to see who's got the most foreskin facts down. Question 1. What superhero power would foreskin have if it were a superhero? Is it A, invisibility, B, super strength, C, sensory enhancement, or D, flight? If you answered C, sensory enhancement, then you got something to marvel at because you are correct. Because foreskin is known to be ultra rich in nerve endings, contributing to enhanced sensitivity. Question 2. In superhero movies, what kind of superpower would someone who defends intact boys have? Is it A, healing touch, B, super empathy, C, unstoppable strength, or D, super speed? The answer is B, super empathy. Now, those advocating for bodily autonomy often show incredible empathy and a desire to protect children's rights. Now, come to think about it, intactivists, I guess, could be considered Marvel Day superheroes. Question 3. True or false? A superhero's secret identity is similar to the foreskin in that it's a hidden protective layer that keeps you safe. And the answer is true. Like a superhero's secret identity, the foreskin serves as a protective layer, hiding and safeguarding sensitive areas. Now, heroes wear capes to protect their identities, and penises have foreskins to protect their glands. Question 4. True or false? The foreskin can naturally stretch over time, just like a superhero suit, adapting to the fit of the wearer. The answer is, drumroll, true. The foreskin is highly elastic and can stretch over time, much like how a superhero suit would adapt to the hero's growing powers. They have Ant-Man, we have Anteater Man. Question 5, and the final question. This one is for all the marbles. Which famous historical figure advocated for the protection of infant rights and bodily autonomy, aligning with the movement for keeping baby boys intact? Is it A, Benjamin Franklin, B, Albert Einstein, C, Mahatma Gandhi, or D, Alan Cumming? If you guessed D, Alan Cumming, you are correct. Shout out to my real Nightcrawler. Alan Cumming is a major advocate for the protection of bodily autonomy, including the fight against circumcision, which is why Intact America will be honoring him at the inaugural Skin in the Game award ceremony in New York City on April 30th, 2025. Visit skininthegame.org to learn more about this unforgettable pro-foreskin event. Well, that concludes our trivia segment. Well done, my fellow Intactivists. Up next, we got a very special message from our beloved past Foreskin Day host, Dragonfly and Milan Patel. Let's give them both a warm welcome as they share a heartfelt, heroic hello with us.
Hey, Foreskin family! Dragonfly here. I am proud to be the original hostess of the very first Foreskin Day Festival in 2022. I gave you many banger chants like, the foreskin is more skin for pleasure when you put it in. And I wrote what I believe is the world's very first hymn in honor of that magical piece of flesh. Oh, foreskin. Oh, foreskin. Oh, foreskin, let it be. Oh, please don't cut that cock. Keep it intact. To rock and to dock. It's for pleasure and protection of the peen. And finally, I also created a Foreskin Pride edition of my game show, Who Wants to Win $5? We took it to the streets so that we could playfully educate about the mighty foreskin. Honestly, I really didn't realize how near and dear foreskin was to my heart and my loins until I got involved with Intact America. Then I realized that my most memorable male lovers were not born in countries with a circumcision industrial complex. Yeah, I called it what it is. Please borrow my phrase to make it plain when you stand in defense of the foreskin. I am adamant that everyone needs and deserves their foreskin. I'm a genuine fan. I'll talk to anybody about it. That includes, I don't know, my Lyft drivers, my neighbors, my librarian, my church pastor, my mama. I have taken a stand to defend everybody's foreskin. How about you? Let's hear it. 2 dicks, 4 dicks, 6 clits, a penis. Holla for the foreskin if you're not squeamish. Yeah.
Hello everyone, this is Milan Patel. Happy Foreskin Day to all, from me to you. You all are foreskin superheroes. It's funny that we say that we are foreskin superheroes because, you know, much like the superheroes of the Marvel or DC universe, we are also heroes in the sense that something that may have caused us shame in the past or something that seemed like it was a negative thing, we can now understand is a superpower of sorts, and it's something that makes us who we are. I many times like to think about the quote that Uncle Ben says to Spider-Man before he passes away. He said, "With great power comes great responsibility." And that is something that I think about every time that I look at my penis. Happy Foreskin Day, everybody.
Wow, thank you so much, Dragonfly and Milan, for popping in and wishing us all a very happy Foreskin Day. Foreskin Day wouldn't be what it is today without the incredible hosts, both past and present, who make it all possible. Next up, we've got a highlight reel featuring Intact America's own Manager of Community Programs, Kelly Floyd, who was on the grounds at the 32nd Annual Genital Integrity Awareness Week this past Sunday, March 30th. In Washington, D.C. So let's see how the demonstration went out on the Capitol lawn as intactivists gathered to spread awareness.
Hi everyone, happy Foreskin Day. It's me, Kelly. I'm here in DC protesting alongside bloodstained men and their friends, and we are advocating for bodily autonomy and foreskin. Foreskin is indeed normal, healthy, and natural. Happy Foreskin Day.
Foreskin matters today because it's an important part of the sexual anatomy in humans. Men and boys, it contains the fine touch nerve receptors that are important for proper sexual functioning. So we come here to speak every year for the past 30 plus years to speak out on that and let people know that it's important to preserve that so that you don't inadvertently cause harm to men and boys by depriving them of their foreskins. If the foreskin is removed, you can never get it back. You can never get back the sensation that those nerves produce. And if they're lost, that can cause problems with sexual functioning. And many people have regrets that this was done to them without their consent.
I'm here with David Wilson of Bloodstained Men and His Friends, and he's going to tell us why foreskin matters and why he's an intactivist.
Well, when I was 7 years old, my mom's from the Bahamas, and when we were visiting my cousins, I saw they were different than me. And I go home thinking there's two different kinds of dinglings, but then when I got to be 13, I found out what circumcision was, and I was appalled that part of my sex organ had been cut off. And so I became vocal back even in my young teen years. As a young adult, I got to where I needed to do something, so I came here to DC to demonstrate infant circumcision. These people here, March 30th, 1996, passed a law outlawing FGM, female genital mutilation. They violated the 14th Amendment, which is Congress shall pass no laws that are sexually discriminatory. We need to focus on bringing attention to not only these people, but the public. Now, Roman, through the country, the bloodstained men were educating the streets, but this is more for educating these people, the visitors, and the future parents.
I'm here with Nikos on the Capitol lawn, and he's gonna let us know why he is an intactivist.
I'm an intactivist because females are protected from religious rituals and medical fraud, from female circumcision, but they don't give the same rights to males in this country.
And why are intactivists modern day heroes?
Because they're the ones that everybody else is silent about this issue. We are the only ones bringing awareness to such a gross human rights violation against a particular gender. The more it's talked about, the better it is.
What about foreskin is so important and integral to men?
I mean, there's a reason they chose that body part to amputate. So, I mean, we're all born with foreskin, whether it's males or females, and males deserve the same, sensory tissue, specialized nerves. It helps keep partners together. It helps keep societies together, too.
What an inspiring display of intactivist heroism. There's something truly powerful about intactivists coming together in person to advocate for the fundamental rights to intact genitals. All right, everyone, we're nearing the end of tonight's show, and thank you all so much for joining us at Intact America's 3rd annual Foreskin Day. Now, it's been my pleasure to host. Thank you again so much for having me. Thank you to the Intact America team, the production company, and intactivists all around the world. I hope you learned a lot, and I hope you laughed even more, and I hope you have a great rest of your Foreskin Day. Now, to wrap things up, we have a very special message from Kelly Floyd about the Young Intactivist Giveaway, where intactivists aged 21 to 29 have a chance to win 2 tickets to the inaugural Skin in the Game Award honoring Alan Cumming in New York City on April 30th. And finally, we'll hear from Intact America's Executive Director, Georgianne Chapin, as she wishes everyone a very happy Foreskin Day. Good night, everyone. And thanks for watching.
Are you a young intactivist who wants to end the traumatic practice of circumcision? Do you have skin in the game? Now's your chance to make your voice heard and win. Intact America is honoring Alan Cumming at the inaugural Skin in the Game Award on April 30th in New York City, and we want you to be there. How? Simple. Step 1, post a video answering why do you have skin in the game? Step 2, tag Intact America and use hashtag Skin in the Game Award 2025. Step 3, be bold, be passionate, be you. Are you ready to stand up, speak out, and join us for an unforgettable night? Start filming now.
I'm Georgianne Chapin, Executive Director of Intact America, and I'm here to say Happy Foreskin Day, everyone. Thank you for joining us in celebrating this unique body part. It protects, it pleasures, and it lets men and their partners enjoy sex the way nature intended. Just as important in celebrating the foreskin, Foreskin Day honors each of you for spreading the word about foreskin and about Intact America's work. If anyone tells you the foreskin is useless, I know you'll disagree. We know intuitively that men need and deserve to have their foreskins, but the powers that be, the U.S. medical establishment especially, tells you that removing this body part doesn't alter sexual function or diminish pleasure. They are wrong. Remember, in the U.S. today, the vast majority of adult men, and this includes male doctors, were themselves cut as babies. They have no first-hand knowledge of the foreskin, its functions, and the fun it bestows on its owner. And most don't know that the origin of foreskin removal in American medicine was all about killing sexual pleasure. Yes, in Victorian England and America, doctors promoted circumcision for adolescent boys, believing that inflicting pain on the genitals would stop them from masturbating. In other words, pain, punishment, and killing the sex drive were the exact reasons used to justify foreskin removal. It didn't work, of course, but the practice certainly did and continues to do enormous damage to men and those who love them. This crazy history has been buried by the modern medical establishment and the mainstream U.S. press, which want you to believe that men whose foreskins were stolen from them aren't missing out on pleasure. I ask you, how could cutting off a sexual body part not affect the mechanics and the quality of the victim's sex life, the victim's sexual relationships and psyche? And why would one person forcibly cut off part of another person's sex organs if not to impair or somehow regulate the victim's sexual impulses and behavior. It's disturbing to lay out these facts, but it can also be profoundly liberating for cut men to learn that the reason certain things never felt right is because, in fact, those things are not all right, and that the sexual problems they may be having are not their fault. The circumcised penis is missing blood vessels, muscle, specialized nerve endings, and other unique features designed for the optimal performance, protection, pleasure, and satisfaction of the man and his partner. If we're going to abolish foreskin ignorance and foreskin phobia, men with foreskins need to know that they are lucky and normal, and men whose foreskins were cut off need to know that their problems are normal for men who have been cut. They also need to know that by telling their stories, speaking their truth, they can redeem their agency, heal themselves, and protect future generations of boys from the same fate. I talk about this and a lot more in my book, This Penis Business, a Social Activist Memoir. Chapter 37, titled What's Sex Got to Do with It, is a guided tour of the functions of the foreskin and its role in sexual pleasure and sexual relationships. The book is available for purchase online, or you can ask your public library to order it. By knowing the facts about foreskin and by speaking out, intactivists like you and me can break the cycle of circumcision harm and the lifelong consequences for affected men and everyone in their personal orbit. That's why, in the Intact America Skin in the Game campaign, we say, circumcision cuts through us all. Speaking of skin in the game, please join Intact America on April 30th, 2025, as we honor the great performer and intactivist Alan Cumming with the inaugural Skin in the Game Award at Poster House in New York City. Alan is an unflinching intactivist, always willing to talk about the wonders of the foreskin and the importance of ending circumcision in America. Go to skininthegame.org to order your tickets for the main event or the after party. One more thing, a huge thank you to our wonderful Foreskin Day contributors, our generous donors, and all our supporters who make this annual event possible. To those of you just joining the movement, welcome and happy Foreskin Day. There's a place for everyone in this community. I hope to see you April 30th for our Skin in the Game Award event with Alan Cumming. And stick around now until the end of this Foreskin Day show for a preview of Intact America's ongoing initiatives and exciting upcoming events. Thank you for tuning in, and happy Foreskin Day.